I took about half of it. I apologize.
This is the non-alcoholic one.
Oh, never mind. No, I took the alcoholic.
I would like a piece of bread, please.
Just take the whole loaf like on chest. Since you're
like
watching your figure.
I'm watching my figure. I'm trying to build
theory,
up.
I can do it infinitely.
Are you?
I think that was Jesus.
I'm trying to bulk up a bit more.
She's trying to get her gains.
I'm trying to get gains.
So what, your god?
So, I can't. My son appears to be out of the room.
Unfortunately, I'm talking to the soccer teams.
Apparently, we got some new viewers, so you should probably recap how Papa died.
How Papa died. Everyone, since I want to make sure that the police are able to understand everything from our evidence footage that is currently being shot from both of our cameras here at 2 different angles. Our evidence footage, since we are trying to determine who among us, at least I'm assuming that's exactly what's happening at this point, had murdered my dear sweet lost pet.
All I'm saying is we don't know it was a murder. It could have been a suicide.
It was not a suicide.
That's something a murder.
He was shot in the back.
I have right here, I have his murder report at 2:15 a.m. on February 8th.
The police will tell you anything. The way he died, he was stabbed with a gun and pulled the trigger by accident.
No.
I've seen it happen a million times, Ma.
At 2:15 a.m. on February 8, 2009, which for your information was only 4 days ago, I received a radio call. I didn't receive it. The police received a radio call to investigate a death at La Speranza restaurant, the place where we are all enjoying a lovely meal right now.
I don't think so.
Because if you landed, I'm just sober and right in between.
When the police arrived. Did you?
She lost her clue.
Did we lose clues?
Oh, wait. I'm clue number 8. There's gonna be 8 clues?
There's 8 people.
8 people, it should be 8 clues.
Hey, I was not his favorite because I was the smart one.
We need to find Claire's clue.
Maybe Claire didn't have a clue. Maybe that's the clue. Maybe she's the
I totally had one.
Justin, could you check if you find a clue between the plates?
There's something on the floor.
There's something on the floor, is there?
Where?
There's a Bible.
That's a plastic.
It's a plastic thing.
Is it under your Bible?
Yeah, is it under your Bible?
That seems like something a murderer would do.
Yeah, what's stuck in your Bible there?
Hiding my clue.
A murder weapon.
Is that where the gun is?
Oh, look at that.
That
And
seems like...
suddenly, Father, as it seemed like you were keeping information from us that you were attempting to acquire, my lovely
The Bible contains all the truth.
Okay.
Who killed my brother? Well, I just so happened to walk in on my dear sweet departed husband. My dear sweet departed husband, who had been shot in the back at 2 a.m. in his restaurant, in his very own restaurant, and I believe it was one of you motherfuckers that did it.
What?
It just got really good. We are in New York, straight out of Compton.
So, Angel, you met with your uncle the day before Pepe's murder. I overheard your conversation. You pleaded to him to let you run Scarfazzi Enterprises. My Rocco told you that you weren't tough enough. And you said, let me prove myself to you. By this time tomorrow, you will not doubt that I am capable. Did you kill your father to prove yourself to Rocco?
Alright, bitch.
Whoa!
First of all, your face ain't pregnant. We've already been over that. And for those of you who just tuned in, she's pregnant. AKA, she's a slut. Second of all, sure, you may have...
your shoes if you want to go out.
I took Paul my flower.
You want to hand me your earrings? I got you.
No, she's got a bad track record with earrings, remember? You may have overheard me talking to Uncle Rocco, alright? And I may have said something about showing him a little bit about my organization, the protection racket I got going on, but that's nothing in comparison to Scarfazzi Corporation. Sure.
Enterprises.
enterprises. Sure, one day I would like to have my own business, but nothing along those lines, if you get what I'm saying.
Italian Mafia.
By the way, when I called you the night, I know your phone ain't ringing. Was that your side hoe? Is that where that engagement ring went?
Is she as French as you
That
are?
was not my phone.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, alright, listen here. Speaking of phones, the night that my father was murdered, I was terrified and I called you to consoling you and to, have you come down and giving me some solace and whatnot. And you started asking me all these weird questions and you seemed kind of guilty. And I'm starting to suspect that maybe you aren't so truthful. In fact, you can't even speak French. So I'm starting to doubt a lot of things about you. And it might be my fault because I picked you off the wrong boat, but we're not going to discuss that right now. I'm going to give you time to collect your thoughts.
Hold that.
Hold that thought.
I know you're getting your French to
Okay,
English
here it is.
dictionary.
Okay. Well, Angel, of course you told me, when you told me about your father's death, you took my voice, you misread my reaction. You were worried, I was worried that I would be arrested as the prime suspect. Of course, I can't be caught messing around with the police and all.
You can't be caught messing around with no other hoes either.
No, I can't. That's why I don't want the police on my trail, because they'll know send me back.
Are you
to
saying you
French.
got a hoe in the police?
Friends.
I would like you to know that you are the greatest actor we could have ever picked for a Frenchman.
Yes.
Is what
But,
you're telling me that you got a hoe, you got a side hoe in the police?
No, what? What are you
That's what
talking
it says right here. Accused both of having a side hoe in the police. I'm not making this up. It's clear as day, right
Word
there.
for
Word for word. I'm not even verbatim. There's not actually written on there, so you can just back off. I'm ad-libbing for comedic effect.
So Mama Rosa.
So Mama Rosa.
Mama
Mama
Rosa.
Rosa.
Rocco.
So
Rocco.
So Mama Rosa.
Like,
I had to get revenge on Pepe. So you know what I did? I told them about the house, Rosa. I told them about the house you bought in Italy and how you had plans to leave him and return to the old country. Pepe went to tell as a ghost and said that Rosa would leave him over his dead body.
I can hear
He
him.
meant it.
No. How could you... what do I do? How could you do such a thing to me? Oh, my God. That explains exactly why he had come to me and demanded that I give him the deed to the house and forget all about going back to Italy. I refused to do it. I wanted to leave him. I wanted to leave him and return home. I wanted to get out of this loveless marriage.
So you murdered him.
But Ma.
Stop calling.
What's up, dog?
Fuck you want, son?
Yeah, baby boy.
I saw you threaten Papa with a gun before. He kept a loaded pistol in the restaurant kitchen in case there was trouble. Those other times, Papa always got the gun away from you before anything happened. Maybe this time, you caught him off guard and shot him before he could grab the gun.
I had threatened him. I had always threatened him just to scare him. I never tried once to shoot him. That's why he always got the gun away from me so easily. I had never fired a gun in my entire life. And even if I tried, he always knew how to take it.
Yes, he did.
Are you sure you two weren't gonna run away together? I mean, Rocco, it was after 3 a.m. when you returned home the night Pepe was murdered. You woke me and I talked to you. You broke down and wept and saying you had destroyed your brother. I don't know if there's any other confession better than that one.
Rosa, you have never made a confession to me about your fights with Pip. Next time, in confession,
He's just trying to
you
start
should talk
shit.
to me.
The father's just here to start shit.
I don't think everyday marital disputes are significant enough to bring it up in confession.
There was a gun.
You'll never know the truth.
Everyday marital disputes.
I mean, I just accused him of murder and you're just
Bypass that. Damn it, Father!
Sarah,
Well,
Are you
Tara.
protecting him?
Sarah, I realized the things I was doing to ruin my brother's life was wrong. It was a mistake when I told you I had destroyed him. I didn't think you'd take it as I killed him.
You better not be touching
A few
over that.
hours before Pepe's murder, I told you something that made you very angry. When I left Italy with Pepe 25 years ago.
You said he had a small peep.
They're twins, Rocco. That
You
means
might
they're not
wanna-
the same thing.
You might want to brace yourself for this, Marco.
Your mother,
You take after your dad.
your mother has been keeping a deep, dark secret from you.
I had been.
I didn't get into the soccer thing.
Marco.
I'm
Fall
not
out! Fall out!
When I had left
No,
Italy
no,
25
no.
years ago.
Marco, in the words of Darth Vader, I am your father.
No! It's not true!
And you know
No!
what, Marco?
Wait,
sorry,
wait.
Marco.
Was
I'm sorry.
Star Wars out in
When-
2009?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, yeah.
When I left Italy 25 years ago with your father, I was pregnant with you. But I was pregnant because of Rocco.
You whore!
I know.
I know.
I did go to the doctor, just in case.
It's not true.
But Marco,
That's why I have to wear the mask, because I look like him.
They were twins, Marco.
Rosa,
They were twins.
when you told me Marco was my son, I was unhappy. For all these years, I wished to have a son. And then I find out Marco is mine all along.
You're gonna be a big
No,
brother.
he's a soccer player.
My brother cheated me out of being a father. And to make matters worse, Marco's going to be a weak little bitch.
Hey, I play
I
soccer.
hate to break it to
You don't play soccer.
Your dad's gonna die in like a month.
I know.
Hug me, son.
I-
I just found out he was my dad.
It's 6 months. It's 6 months. You got plenty of time to make up for the past 20.
You can even kind of pretend that you're gonna have a little brother for a little while.
We need to play catch for like 4 months.
Soccer. You gotta play soccer.
Soccer.
Marco.
Catch with our feet.
I know you came. I know you came crying to me, weeping about the letter. I know you came crying, weeping to me about the letter that your father had sent to the soccer team.
Such a sensitive
Yeah,
boy.
I know.
You'd be mad too
My
Dad.
poor little boy Marco. You said that you were going to kill your father, sell the restaurant, take care, and you were going to take care of me. It's not like you to think such thoughts, but maybe, just maybe, we finally showed a little bit of spunk.
You finally became a man.
Maybe you finally became a man. You loaded that gun.
No,
It's
Ma.
not about
Ma.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Hold on, now that I gotta respond first.
Oh, I gotta-
Frenchie.
Hey, keep this
Right.
civilized. This
I-
is not a racial issue.
I only said I was gonna kill Pepe because I was angry and hurt. He took my chance away from being famous and playing the game I love. It was just talk, Ma.
The only chance you have to be famous is in a
Shut up! You know I could never hurt a fly. Okay, I'm done now.
I know you've never heard a fly before in your life, son.
But that's funny because while I was in the restaurant that night Pepe was murdered, I saw Marco take Papa's pistol out of the kitchen drawer and walked away with it. That gun was later used to be the murder weapon.
You know a lot of shit.
Okay.
Well, tell me.
You're a nosy little son of a bitch.
That same
Rocco
pistol
tells me
that
so.
your father used
You're
to.
running good.
I used to threaten your father with, and that same pistol that we used every. Yeah.
So you used to drink.
You know, my father asked me to take that gun out and clean it that night. That is what you were doing. What? That's what I was doing. That is what I was doing when
We don't
you
know.
saw me.
We don't know what he was doing in the restaurant. Nobody knows why.
I don't know
in the
what he was
restaurant.
doing, but that's what I was. I was
Frenchman or
cleaning the pistol,
beer? He was learning French.
and I was going to put it back
Fine.
later.
I was trying to learn.
And if you look at the pistol, it's clean as a whistle.
Hold on.
All I'm
You were
saying
going
is
to
you're
put
a
it back
narc.
later. What did you do with the pistol after you cleaned it?
We'll find out later.
Well, on the night of Pepe's murder, you had a dream about his death. In the dream, he was shot by someone disguised as another. Nice mask, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I've interpreted this dream that Pepe was murdered by a person who did not want to be who he was. This sounds just like your situation with your father's letter and all. You were just a waiter who wanted to be a soccer player. That's it.
That rhymes.
It does rhyme.
I
I'm just
never.
laying down a sick beat for you.
I never disguise my wishes from anyone. All you have to do, all I have to do. These
all you.
Yeah, I don't know, but what I gotta do is just convince the Forza Grande's manager to let me get a physical, and the air will be cleared, and I'll be able to play soccer, the sport I love so much, more than my parents.
You love so much, and you abandoning the family business and the restaurant for it.
You mean his real father?
But I got something against Bo and Rocco. I found a copy of a telegram Bo sent to Italy on the night of my father's murder.
This is 2009. Why are we sending telegrams?
Email.
No, it's a telegram.
Oh, it is.
It's a
They printed it
telegram.
out.
It reads, "It is done. Stop. Opposition is dead. Stop. We can move forward now. Stop." It doesn't say stop. Is this not the proof that Bo murdered your father? My father? Our father? Our father? Let's go with that one. Yeah.
No, it's not our father, because remember, that's your father.
Bo, what
You
were
be nice to your brother.
What were you
Rocco,
talking
You
about?
be nice to your father.
What were you... That's fucked up. What were you doing sending the telegram? And Rocco, what do you know about the situation?
I have no knowledge.
Would anyone like to see that
I
telegram?
would
I
see his
will.
telegram.
I didn't even believe telegrams existed until right now.
That's what
Sender, Mr. Jalais. To Mr. Vito Vendito.
Is that how you say his name?
Bojangles.
Mr. Vito Vendito.
Angles.
1576 Mortal Boulevard, Rome, Italy. Date, February 8, 2009.
Did they not get
Wow.
us there?
You and me are gonna have some words.
The telegram
Be
Marcos
careful,
has
because he doesn't
found.
say a lot of words.
It doesn't.
The telegram Marco has found does not mean what he thinks it does. The wine export business is very competitive, as you know, Rocco. There are many industry spies who will try to steal your marketing secrets. The telegram you found means that it was a closed deal for a distribution agreement with an American company. I was planning to surprise Rocco with when all the details were completed.
I have no knowledge of any distribution agreement in America.
Well, hold on a minute. Why the hell would I find a telegram?
Who knows?
Hey,
At what point in time would I ever have access to a telegram?
You have
kinda-
plenty of times that you
No.
can access the
do
telegram.
you not understand that
But-
this family, when we find an article of paper, we keep it regardless?
And we bring it to dinner. I
And we
get
take it
that.
to dinner.
Did
We have a
me
show
and
and tell at dinner every
Did
night.
me and not your father not raise you to hold on to every piece of paper that you ever find?
If Bo were here, if Bo was making secret deals, he'll be soon swimming with the fishes.
He can't swim. He had to come over on a boat.
I did have to come on the boat.
And
You
Bo,
better learn to swim fast.
if you'll be exporting Scarfazzi wine to the United States, I'd be interested in getting some for the church.
Okay, listen.
Father, I don't do deals with churches.
No, he's
You are
Just made a
constantly.
You did just make a
Protection.
deal.
All
No,
you
that
ever
was my
do is
deal. That was
exploit your
my
parishioners.
deal.
That's
You
a
went-
very interesting
You're
line
asking
you
for
seem to
Pepe's
spread,
land.
Rocco.
I don't care. You're asking for Pepe's land. You're asking Angel Protection Services. You seem very aggressive. You seem like you have the right to everything. What would happen if someone made on their promise and told you no?
You'd have to kill him.
Drops Mike. Walk away.
I am the only credible communicator with the supernatural present. Don't let you question my authority. You cannot question my authority.
I will question the Pope for God's sakes.
He made the
God.
cross hand at you. He made the crossy hand at you. Be serious. That's like the Z snap, but in priest language.
Shit's about to get weird.
Shit's been weird. Shit's been weird
Was there
since
any
we
more that I
started
was
the
supposed to
dinner.
talk to you
Father?
about?
No.
Yeah.
Father?
Okay, yeah.
The details are still being worked out, but we can expect to be up and running within a few months. I was gonna let Rocco know after we gone through everything. But I do want to say, Angel, remember the night you called me and told me you discovered your papa had plans to send you to the mountains in Brazil to convert and keep you there until things settled down, and you became very extremely angry with your papa. What is that about?
I think you just explained what it was about. He was going to send me to a convent in Brazil.
Well, that's what it tells me to read.
However,
Cass.
I never confronted him about it. In fact, I was gonna confront him the night that he was murdered. But when I went back to the store, I felt so bad after going out clubbing. I figured it was probably giving me a bad reputation, probably just making him trust me even less. I felt so bad that I left this one at the club, went back to talk to him. When I came back, bada bing, he was dead.
Bada bing.
I never got to talk to him about the convent. I mean, silver lining means I don't have to go to Brazil. I don't have to learn another language like some people at this table. But I think that that's proof enough that I am not guilty. Anybody want to follow that up?
That's everybody.
No, there's one more. Someone's got to talk smack about someone else.
Whoa.
And then I got to talk smack about them. There's about to be a smack triangle.
If we had a little.
Yeah, where are the peeps?
If we had the peeps, we could.
Claire, was there something you'd like to discuss with Miss Tara?
Well, it's true that you loved your dad, and he wasn't faithful to you, and it hurt. But Tara, I have a clue right here. I found this in Pepe's wallet. And it's a prescription for fertility pills that you were losing on your last trip to New York. And this was in his wallet on his last visit to see me, but obviously you seduced Pepe while using this drug to get pregnant. Why would you do that?
Excuse me.
It's right here if you want to see it, my dear
hell
friend.
Yeah, I do, my dear friend.
Wow, Southern gentleman.
I was just a maid. I couldn't
Just a
possibly
maid.
live on my
Look
own.
at her.
I had to get pregnant to convince Rocco to marry me, but unfortunately, Rocco just, has some old issues with, getting it up. Sexual problems.
I knew
So,
that.
I am not related to this man.
To be fair, there is a reason I left with Pepe.
I came to New York 3 months ago to, sleep with Pepe.
Looks.
I realized that if Pepe, his identical twin brother, fathered my child, it would be impossible to prove that it wasn't Rocco's. So, Pepe is the father of my child.
You know, Tara, Pepe phoned me a few hours before he was murdered. Asked to meet you for breakfast. Asked to meet me for breakfast the next morning. He had something to tell me about you. Some proof to show me. You knew about this meeting. You would have done anything to keep me from learning about your fooling with Pepe.
All right. I promised I would talk some smack. Claire.
You're
we
gonna
go.
answer my question then?
Ain't none.
You're gonna answer my challenge?
I wasn't worried about Pepe telling... This UI is so confusing.
I know, tell me about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about Pepe telling you that I slept with you. Pepe knew how violent you could be. He would never tell you such a secret. He would have, you would have killed us both.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you both.
Did you kill him?
No.
All right.
No.
Anyway, back to the
I already
talking
know
of
what you're
smack.
gonna say, but I'll let you say it.
Not that I have any reason to have this in my possession whatsoever, but I happen to have a copy of your apartment lease. There is absolutely no context that I could come up with in which I would have this. I am not in a gang.
Not at all.
And it's my not gang did not find
Totally
me this.
not organized.
But conspicuously enough, it looks like my father happened to be a co-signer on this particular apartment lease that I may or may not have illegally obtained. And it looks like you may or may not have been unfaithful with my father whilst he was still alive and currently taken by my mother.
Your father got around.
Oh,
For all I know, you're my real mother.
You can see why I wanted to go back to Italy at this point.
And if you don't believe me, here's the paper that I don't know how I got.
You don't want to go back to him. He doesn't work.
Here's the
I
paper
already
you
know
signed.
everything, so, But, I mean, look, I'm just gonna throw the blame back at you and just say that you're a troubled child. And
Hey.
you loved your poppy. You loved him.
Not so much. He's gonna
so
send me to
much.
Brazil.
Well, yeah, you were devastated to discover he was not faithful to you. But,
To me?
yes,
Why would...
because he sent you
I
to
was
Brazil.
not in a relationship with my father.
I know, but that's what it says
He
right
wasn't
here,
faithful
apparently.
to me
It
either,
says it
so
right
you know.
there. You
You
were
weren't
devastated
faithful
to
either.
discover he was not faithful to
I
you.
was
Neither were you.
completely
So I have
faithful.
to ask you, my
I
dear,
was the only
why
one
were
that
you
was
not
faithful
able
here.
to see into
No,
your
you're not,
own
except for the
sad
father.
future?
Because
Like me.
I can't talk to Satan. Like this guy.
Sure do a good job of talking Satan over here.
He talks to Satan all the
You
time. I
seem
don't
to
know why
be
I was
doing a
pointing fingers at
great
me.
job talking to the French-Mexican man, though.
Hey, I put him together. There were instructions.
So what
They
is it
were
now,
in
Frankenstein?
Swedish. They were in Swedish. I did my best.
Wrong boat.
Spanish.
Wrong website.
And it.
Okay, that was the end of mine.
That's it. That's everybody.
Are you done?
Final
we're all
statement.
done.
Final
done.
stage, guys. Final stage.
We just were about to get the last boss, so we gotta like load up on lives and like ammunition.
Everybody, we have the final statements prepared.
Dearly beloved.
I will go ahead and begin with my final statement, and we will move around the table before we all accuse someone using our clues, which I can go ahead and pass back to whoever
Oh, right, we
is
have-
supposed to have your clue on you.
This is mine.
We can all grab a pen somewhere and then write your who you suspect would be the killer in your clue.
I know we're all at each other's throats, but I would like to just point out that I appreciate that we were all collaborative enough to remember to bring these pieces of paper with us to this dinner, just in case this particular situation arose.
Every dinner we do the same thing.
I know, but just for murder.
He's not
I'm
really
glad-
dead. He's in the back cooking a meatball.
I'm glad that we're able to solve a crime every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
We learn a lot about each other's sex lives, but in the end, we get to
It does a family good if you
That
know
does
what I'm
great.
talking
new affairs every week.
Yeah.
Thus far, I'm the only
Thank
one
you,
who
Bob.
hasn't slept around.
My poor Pepe. He was a hard man to live with, but he did not deserve to die like this. Though I still cared for him, our life together was finished. That's why I saved money for years to buy a house in Italy. It seemed the only way I would find peace. I have old feelings for Rocco. But I see now that he's too much like Pepe.
No.
And he can't
Good
get
for
out.
a few
No.
good for a few kisses, but too much trouble in the end.
No dick.
And
I-
can't get it up.
I admit, I
the bag
threatened.
and get it up.
I threatened Pepe a few times with a gun, but I never fired it. For me, there was no need, and a good scare was enough. Go ahead.
Did you write
No, no, I didn't.
I'm
Well,
assuming
we
that-
all need to go ahead.
Yeah,
and
but you gotta write your thing.
No, we need to give final statements first.
Hey, ma, shit.
Read your damn paper. Eat your salad.
Yeah, ma. Whatever,
We're
mother.
to the cannolis, Ma. Where's the cannolis at?
All right,
Eat
listen.
your shit, please.
Papa was mean and selfish.
Hey,
I should have
that's
left.
not your dad.
Both of them are. It doesn't matter. I should have left home years ago, but I had nowhere else to go. I hated working in the restaurant, and I still do. He refused to accept my dream is to play soccer. He did an unforgivable thing, lying to the soccer team to get them to withdraw my contract offer. I hoped I can convince them it was a mistake. Yeah, I cleaned Papa's gun earlier that night. He was murdered, but he told me to do it. And I can assure you I have no intentions of getting involved with Uncle Rocco, even though it turns out I am his son. He will have to find somebody else to take over his crooked enterprise. Maybe a crooked angel.
You might as well get used to calling him Dad.
Hug me, son.
You don't have to hug that man.
I ain't hugging no man.
In fact, if
Everything
he
the
hugs
light
you, call the
touches.
police.
If he hugs, no, that's the father down there. If he hugs me, I'll call the cops.
No, you're like 25.
You're a
I don't
lot
think you
older
gotta
now.
worry.
A lot older than you used to.
Like he watched you grow up.
I'm
Wait,
not
say
Into a
interested
fine
anymore.
young man.
Save that for the next dinner. Save that for the next dinner. We need some more. We're gonna have to bring out some more skeletons in the closet for next time.
No, go ahead, please. No.
I thought something interesting happened behind me.
$3,000 salt money, please. Go ahead.
All right. I thought my papa was a frustrating man, but I never killed him. I admit I was in the neighborhood at the time, but I never did anything wrong. Papa and I never agreed on anything. He hated my boyfriends and my independence, but I'm old enough to make my own choices. I started a business venture and am making a good living at it. I was certainly not going to be carried off to some convent in Brazil. I think I should be given the chance to run Uncle Rocco's organization. I know I can do it. As for Bo, well, it was fun while it lasted, but Bo, it's time to say Ciao.
And you're out of here!
No.
It's because you didn't
Fine.
put a ring on.
This is what I've been telling you. You made a good decision. It's good that you killed your father.
He wasn't even French.
He wasn't even French, high five. That's my real boyfriend. Your dad.
That's gross.
Hey, this is my cousin.
Told you.
He is like twice your age.
He's
He's like
your
half
It said
mine.
it in my book.
I'm almost as old as his fiance.
I was just what?
I'm only like 21. Everyone else here is like 30.
Ain't that the truth?
I guess I'm just gonna have to get with the father.
Go ahead, Mr. Frenchie, who's no longer dating my daughter.
Little old.
When I came to America with my boss, Rocco, I came to do a little business and have a short vacation. When I met his niece, Angel, I fell in love. It was nothing to do with the fact that she may inherit part of her uncle's Rocco's estate. When Angel's father, Pepe, tried to keep me away from her, I fought back. Of course, who wouldn't, for such a prize. I knew that in the end, Pepe would
Now you
just...
suck up.
That's when you fucked up.
Fucked up. I knew in the end that Pepe would have just accepted me.
I can hear him. I can hear my father.
Thank you, honey. I know it.
Still here.
Besides, Angel is old enough to make up her own mind.
I know what actually that is.
Cat. I did not have to kill her Pepe to marry her. The telegram I sent to Italy had nothing to do with Pepe's death. Now that he is gone, I will take care of Angel.
Now you won't, because I broke up with
Well,
you.
yes.
You should have gone
I
first.
think we should.
Yeah, you should have gone first, because now your announcement doesn't sound nearly as good as mine.
Is there an order?
I don't think there's an
so.
order.
Done that is said on the paper. Father, please, give us your final statements, you cheating.
Return to me. We can be brothers again.
Pepe was a devoted follower of the church.
Talking about the cat. Don't want everybody.
Yes, he was not a perfect husband or father, but we are all sinners. When he told me about his letter to the manager of Marco's soccer team, I admit I was disappointed, both in his action and in the potential result. Without the soccer team, Marco might take over the restaurant and I'd lose my church expansion. However, this was not enough to make me kill an old friend.
Well, after finding the prescription for Tara's fertility pills in Pepe's wallet, my suspicions about its fidelity deepened. I did love him. I was going to ask him about our next rendezvous.
My lifelong friend.
There's Pepe right there.
What's up? Going to his lover.
No chill.
You bitch.
No chill.
I was insanely jealous, but I was still going to ask for money to keep my secret from Rosa to keep, my apartment going. I wasn't going to have him cheat me out of both love and well-being, but now I'm on my own again. With no friends.
At least you got the spears.
And Pepe's dead. I got my spirit.
You got this. The astral plane.
I was very happy until all of this happened. I mean, I was to be engaged to a man. I was going to be rich, an exciting man, too, sorta. And I was going to have a baby. Now everything's turned upside down. I had nothing to do with Pepe's murder.
Wait, what happened to the baby?
I was out with an old boyfriend that night. A harmless evening. I'll admit, I slept with Pepe 3 months ago to get pregnant, but I did it for Rocco. He would have never gotten it up. He wanted a baby so badly.
Just like his brother.
He would never have known it was Pepe's. He got it up for me.
Wait.
Rocco got it up for me, sweetheart. I know what you mean.
Pepe,
Sending Viagra.
I mean, it was only for like a minute and a half, but it was
that's all you
a minute and a
need.
half.
Hold up
Oh,
a
you
minute.
need
I need to interject real quick. So,
That's what he needed to do, and that's how you were born.
yeah, that's how I was born, but then he couldn't get it up with her, so Dad had to switch with her like he did it with him, and now I'm here.
You're here because he gave me the salami pounding. Yeah, you got it.
But he couldn't give her the salami pounding, so
This is
Papa
like
had to
25 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is 25 years ago. We were
She
younger
was 10
people.
He
years
used to be
old.
a bull,
I'm
didn't
gonna
he?
M. Night Shyamalan this. I'm Pepe.
Oh,
Oh.
I swear to God, if that's your ending statement, I'm just gonna put this goddamn.
Pepe would have never told Rocco that it was his. He knows how dangerous Rocco could be. Is your turn home?
I'm gonna miss my brother Pepe. We should have settled our differences years ago.
Yeah, you like
Then maybe none of this would have
Pepe
happened.
just touched my butt.
I came to America. Maybe not so much to make peace as to make Peppy sorry for what he did. I wanted him to feel the pain I felt 25 years ago. I didn't want him dead. Only sorry. I caused some trouble with Peppy's family. Rosa, I encouraged her to come back to Italy. Angel.
Do you want to fight me?
Marco, I tried to make you to a
Oh,
man.
okay. You couldn't even come up with anything to say to me.
All these things I admit. Now Peppy is dead and it's over. God willing.
See, it was a trap. None of us knew he was actually dead. That sounds like something the murderer would say.
Oh.
Seriously, how many times will you drop on your head? But God willing, I will soon join him in heaven, and maybe
This isn't what you write on,
Peppy and
sweetheart.
I can be good brothers again.
Right identity below,
No,
sweetheart.
it should say.
On here.
You write it on
My
this?
cat's
No,
It's
it's
fine.
over the water bowl.
Send it like a letter, like a telegram.
It says to write the identity of Pepe's murder. The pen's going to be coming around, ladies and gentlemen, so we can make this nice murder investigation. Everybody can write your nice little thing at the bottom.
Do we have to have like a theory about what happened, or just
I
the killer?
don't.
Just
give
write a name.
Yeah, just
just
a
a name.
name.
That's too
And
bad.
all you need is a name.
So it's like majority vote.
Wait, can we just like
Paragraph.
say it out
There's
loud?
actually a real.
No, we gotta turn
We're
around.
all gonna write them down first, and then the murderer. You know who you are. It probably says inside your booklet. I don't really know. I'm not the murderer.
I don't even have a booklet.
You'll read out whatever it's. Actually, let me read what it says in the instructions.
Yeah, no.
You'll read out what it's. Your.
The instructions not have it in there?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, have it in the back.
Accusation statement. Yeah. So after this, it says statement of guilt. So whoever we'll all write down our accusations. Once everybody has their accusations written, the murderer has their statement of guilt that should be inside of their booklet that they will be reading out.
Weeding?
They'll be weeding it.
But like it gives us an area where we're supposed to come up with like a theory about
No,
No,
just
no,
write
it's
down
just
a
the
name.
name.
Just a name.
Just a name.
It's
bitch tits.
It's helping you to develop your knowledge.
I guess you're guilty.
Oh God, my
Can't even
bitch.
just write the. Yeah, just write a name. Just a name.
Just a name.
Just a name.
Just a name.
What are you doing?
So you can just write down Marco right there. Anybody who else wants to write down a name,
Ma.
you can just write down Marco.
Polo.
Marco.
Polo.
You could write Ma as the
Ma.
name.
And then do we just
All
close
you
it and
gotta
hang on
do-
to it?
Yes.
I think we should have the Ghost Wrangler read all the votes.
All you could do is just hang on to it real quick. Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Ghost.
Oh, actually, no, we can't do that because then the murderer probably still has the booklet in hand. They wouldn't be able to hand it off, which wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, because then they can't exactly read a statement of guilt. Can they? Father Alfredo.
How would he know?
Well,
Rosa.
they could if they handed them.
You
No,
and me
fuck
should
with
play
that.
poker
That was my
sometime,
phone.
Father.
I have a touch.
Just hand it to the doctor and read every
All right, they're
minute.
voting, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the face he makes when he
Vote!
votes.
Vote!
vote, vote,
Vote.
vote.
Robbie,
Who do
could
you
if
think
could,
did it?
Could you go ahead and share the straw poll one more time, please?
Straw pool.
Was there a straw poll link?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
struggle
yeah.
going on.
Oh, well, they're always shit.
Captain Fright Night, if you
Let's
can
see.
keep that in
Let's
the
look at
chat.
let's look at the votes. Let's
Well,
see what they're voting.
My phone's dead.
Oh, okay, I got it.
God, I was not paying attention to this whole game.
There's a straw poll that is there. Let's
I can open it up.
There we
you
go.
just said
Thanks, Adionic Music.
Click the straw poll.
Audionic music!
I don't see it.
Yeah, I'll put it back in the chat again.
The votes are in, ladies and gentlemen. I bet they all voted for Pepe the cat, even though that makes no sense.
Looks like Pepe is in the lead.
You guys,
Pepe
I
killed himself.
guarantee you that Pepe none of the. To help you out with your straw poll, this mook. I am Mr. CreepyPasta. This here is CreepyPastaJr. The lovely redhead here that is MissShadowLovely. The man in the black cap, that is Robbie. Lovely Father Alfredo, the very handsome Father Alfredo. The Father Alfredo who has a lovely 5 o'clock shadow that looks very handsome right here.
The Rayne Priestley.
That is Justin. Rayne here is our lovely clairvoyance. Iris is Tara Misu,
My ex-fiance.
ex-fiance.
Everybody's single at this table now.
Pretty much.
This
How you
young
doing,
gentleman
Tara?
here with the glasses, this is Raven, Creepy
Let's just
Raven.
make this super weird.
Everybody, please cast your votes inside the straw poll.
You know.
And I'm going to take us to another quick break if anybody wants to go to the bathroom.
Rosa.
What's to be the next American Idol? Dun dun.
So who's leading the poll besides the cat?
That would be